Hi, welcome to this session. Welcome. Okay, so um, welcome to our first live event on the Energetic Tribe. So you're welcome. This is the Energetic EJ, and I'm super excited to have you here today. Thank you for being a part of the community as we wait on to kick off activities fully in the community. All right. So let me do something so that I'll just wait just like a minute or two to get people in here and then we'll kick it off. It promises to be an amazing session today. All right. So if you're here, let me know that you're here by typing in the comments and also sharing this link with somebody. You know, you can go ahead and share the link so that others can join us on this session today. So while I'm saying that to you, I'm also going to do the same thing by sharing the live link to my people. All right, so give me a minute. Do as I am doing right now. All right. I hope we are live. Yes, we are live. All right, fantastic. I'm just copying the link now and I'm going to drop it in the community. Fantastic. All right. So if you're just joining us, please let us know where you're joining from. Type in the comment section where you're joining from. I should be able to see the chats once they come in. Oh, fantastic. So I should be able to see the chats once they come in. So yes, do let me know if you're joining and let me know if you can hear us clearly so that we know we're good to go and we're not just speaking in the air and people are not listening or hearing us clearly. All right. So today we're talking on the topic, we're going to share on a topic that says from hiding to thriving, a guide to sharing your business with confidence. A lot of people, especially people who are just new in the online space, they kind of find it difficult to put themselves out there. There is a lot going on in your head. You see, a lot going on that is stopping you from putting yourself out there and doing so confidently. But on this event today, we want to go through a process. Our facilitator today is going to take us through a process of how you can overcome that shyness or that doubt in your head to show up consistently, to show up confidently, so that you can thrive in your business online. So, today, taking on this session is a young chap called David. We'll call him Dave, and he is the Growth Project. He's a marketing analyst and he hosts space on Twitter Spaces ever so often. He's a huge lover of newsletters and podcasts. So he's a podcaster like myself. He also owns a thriving newsletter where he dishes out content every week, especially to those who are in the 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 work space, right? And so he's also interested in things like AI and productivity. So he's somebody you want to follow. Before the end of the session, we're going to leave a link to his Twitter handle so that you can follow him and follow the work that he does. He interviews a lot of people across globe. It's not just restricted to Nigeria alone, but he is Nigerian and a proud one adult. And I'm also proud to be able to, feature him on this platform. I'm happy that, we have this platform now where we can showcase our knowledge and share with our world. So if you're a part of the Energetic Tribe and you know you are knowledgeable in any area, please feel free to reach out. There's already a form on the group, on WhatsApp or NAS.io. Just go fill the form. I'll take a look at it. We'll talk about it and then we'll fix you an event just like this one. So this is an opportunity for you to put your best foot forward. This is an opportunity for you to showcase your knowledge. This is an opportunity for you to share with your word. And you know already that the more you share, the more you give, the more that comes back to you, and the more or the better that you go or become in that area that you're knowledgeable at. So don't be shy. This is a safe space where you can be yourself, no judgment, but of course, we're going to give you feedback if you come up here and teach or share. We're going to give you feedback, candid feedback, so that you can be better. And then from here on, you are confident to go out there into the world to be the best that you can be. All right. So do not shy away. This is a safe space for you. Without further ado, after saying that, I'd love to bring on stage our guest today. All right. And we'll just do a little bit of chit chat before I allow him take on the session. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your virtual hands together as I bring off stage Dave. Hello, Dave.
Uh, Hello. It feels nice to be here. Hello, everyone. This
Yes,
is
good,
Dave, the Growth Project.
good. So, how did you come about the name The Growth Project?
Ah, okay. So, let me just take you back a bit. So, it was last year, somewhere in the middle of the year, and I was in a very confused place because I currently work an 8 to 5, but
Mm,
somehow I just know that I was not fulfilling my purpose. Sorry to be deep about it. I
it's
wasn't doing
fine.
something I wanted to be doing. And
Mm,
so after so many bouts of being really, really in a bad place about it, I I don't know, it just hit me. You have to grow, you know. So I was like, okay. So when I tried to start my newsletter, and
mm,
a name came to my mind, I was like, what exactly do I pick? And based on the book I followed, based on the book that really inspired me to put myself out there, it says
mm.
don't really overthink things. And so
Yeah.
when I thought about what name, I just said the Growth Project. I was like, oh, okay, fine. The Growth Project is,
Fantastic.
yeah.
So the
So
growth project
basically,
is like it's more like saying you're talking to yourself in a way like, see, I'm on a growth project and I want to grow. And as I grow, I want to carry others along. Is that correct?
exactly that. In fact, I don't know how you just did it, but you just summed up everything in my mind when the Growth Project was put in my
I
mind.
love
Thank
it.
you so
I
much.
love it. I love it. That's because I think we're operating in the same wavelength. I mean, I am all about growth as well, personal development and growth. It doesn't matter. It can be anywhere. It can be today. It can be money. It can be spirituality. It can be health. It can be
Of
just
course.
growth, like just growing. Because again, we all know that the day we stop growing, that's the day we start dying. And growth is synonymous to learning, right? So the only way you grow is by learning. So you learn, you unlearn, you relearn, and you grow. You learn, you unlearn, you learn, and you grow. So it's fantastic, and I'm super happy that you are out here and you actually step up to say, you know what, I want to do this. I know this is your first time being like
Yeah, exactly.
like live visually. You've done it
Yeah,
a lot
exactly,
on
exactly,
audio, it's
exactly.
fine, but this is your first time, so you see it's not that hard, right? It's not that
Yeah,
bad.
no, it's
It's
yeah.
not that
To
bad. And
anyone
again,
listening, to try
if
this.
I'm in the picture, it can't be bad. Like, I make you feel comfortable. Okay,
Yeah.
you got this. You got this. And that's exactly what I want to do with the community, the energetic tribe, to help everyone who is in the tribe who really wants to live life to the fullest. It doesn't matter what it is they want to do. They just need to really express themselves, and we will be here to support them, give them the platform that they want if they want some, and then we'll grow together, push each other, correct each other, support each other and things like that. So thank you for stepping out, and thank you for belling the cat, for being the first one to come out here to say, you know what, let's do it.
Of
I
course.
am eager to hear all you have to share today. So I'm just going to run away from the stage and leave the
Ah,
stage to you so that you can do this. All right. If you need me, just
right.
holler. I'm going to pop up back on the screen. All right,
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen, here you go with Dave.
That's actually sad. It would have been nice to have you by my side while I go through this, because you've been really supportive, to be honest. And yes, I actually connected with energetic EJ on Insta on Twitter Spaces actually, and we were in a space together. She was co-hosting. I think it was the MGH community, and I was like, wow, okay, this is my vibe. This is definitely my vibe. I want to connect with you. And I looked through her profile and I saw that she was also into the same thing I was, which is social audio. I was like, you know what, I'm definitely reaching out, and I'm happy this is happening. Usually I was spaces, and yes, there's this like feeling you get. Like sometimes it's fear, sometimes you don't even know it's excitement or fear because it's just all over your body. But I think live audio is something else. Like I've never felt so nervous before in any of the talks I've had. But anyways, it's really nice to be here. And as she has said, growth is something I only don't want for myself, but I want for everyone who interacts with me. So this is by God's grace going to be the first of many. So I'm just going to dive into the meat of today's conversation. So once again, my name is Dave, and I'm so happy to be in front of you today. So happy to be speaking to you. And please, if you have any questions, just know that I would be more than happy to answer them. Okay, so let's look at the title of today's topic: from hiding to thriving. From hiding to thriving. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of person who dreads anything online, who dreads showing my face on the internet, who dreads posting everywhere. In fact, I'm pretty sure to most people who know me, they think I'm probably dead somewhere because I've just been mute on everywhere. No Insta, no Facebook, like just nothing. Because I not like, I didn't really know what my fear was, but I just know I just didn't like it. And I'd have you know that today I'm doing this kind of thing. I'm on Twitter Spaces every week. I'm writing to my subscribers every week, telling them about how to grow, telling them about the things they need to hear so they can move from where they are to the next step they want to be. Now, personally, I've not been in this game for long. This is my 7th month putting myself out there, sharing to the internet, and I'm just doing what I learned because the book which inspired this all is called "Show Your Work" by 𝐓𝐡𝐞. I'm going to leave that in the notes for the link I'll share for this guide. So it basically says when you learn something, you should turn around and share or teach other people. Now, you might ask yourself, what if nobody is interested in what I'm going to say? But that's not true. I'll tell you why. Because even if there's one person out there who is in that same place you are, who does not know how to move to the next stage, you owe it to that person. You owe it to development and you owe it to the community to share what you're learning. And before, I used to like to be honest, I like to like suck in information and knowledge. And I used to feel like knowledge was for me, knowledge was for me to just hold and be better. But I think I had a mental remodeling, and I'm glad I really encountered this information. And now I know better. Now I know that whatever I'm learning, I should share it. And you would notice that this is the message in today's topic. All right, so let's deep into it. Okay, so I'm currently talking from my notes which I prepared, and if you'd like to follow me, I think the link has been sent into the community. So just click on the link. It's a page. It will load up and you can see everything I'm saying. I like to provide material so people can follow me, so we can have a very engaging conversation. All right, now introduction. Why exactly are you scared to put yourself out there? Like, I need to take a minute to ask yourself that question. I've been talking to people over the past few months because this is something that when I realized my own reason, my own fear for putting myself out there, I was baffled. So I was asking people, why exactly are you scared to put yourself out there? Why are you scared to show the world what you can do? Why are you scared to put your face out there? In fact, not even put your face out there. Why are you scared to put your work out there? Because I have a particular friend who makes very, very, very nice hand designs, and all she does is give them away for free. And I'm asking, why exactly are you doing this? Why exactly aren't you creating like a huge ass awareness for the things that you can do? And I was like, is it that you don't want to make money from it? She's like, no, it's not like I don't want to make money from it, David. I'm just scared that people will not like what I'm putting out there. I'm scared that people will not engage, and then it make me feel so heartbroken that what I spent weeks on, nobody likes it. I was like, wow, interesting. So now today I would like you to take I would like to take you on a journey into discovering what fear you have, right? For me, the most talking to people, the most surprising fear I've heard is the fear of success. And Adina, who is my good friend, she put it like this. She says she knows that what she's doing is very impactful, but she's scared that if she attaches her fears to her work, and then society might be disapproving of her personality or who she is. She's scared that people will judge her or hate her. And I'm like, wow, wow, that is very, 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 very deep. So before you can actually go on to putting yourself out there, you need to identify the fears. You might say, oh, I just don't like it. But there are underlying psychological things that are stopping us from, you know, reaching our full potential, putting ourselves out there. Okay. Now I'm just going to take you through a few fears. Now some of these might relate to you, some of these might not. But anyone that relates to you, I need you to write that down in your journal if you have one, and then ponder and meditate on it. All right. Now let me just go through a few of these fears. Now we have the fear of failure. We have the fear of criticism. We have the imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome mean being that you feel like you are a fake or you are a fraud, or like you're not showing your true self out there, or like you're faking it. That's what imposter syndrome is. And I have you know that everybody has that. Me in particular, every single time I'm about to host a space, I get this question: are you sure that what you're doing is impactful? Are you sure that what you're doing makes sense? Are you sure you're not just, I don't know, wasting your time here? But I have to like reaffirm or tell myself that as long as what I'm saying to people has even at least value to just one person, as far as what I'm saying is valuable, is reaching at least just one person, I will put my content out there. I will definitely show the world what I can do, show the world what potentials I carry in me. All right. Now, the lack of self confidence, the fear of vulnerability, and perfectionism. Perfectionism. Hmm. Look, I have spent months on choosing a design or a logo for something I thought about, and just because I couldn't make up my mind, I did not even launch that particular line. And now, after I've procrastinated due to perfectionism, I'm at this point where I now know that you don't need to actually really, really, really care, because when you are going to be starting out, people are not going to really look at what you are doing, or people are not even going to really notice you. I'll be honest, the very first newsletter I sent probably had nobody seeing it except maybe my friends who I told, see, I'm writing you, please just support me, read so that I can be seeing one reader, because I'm a huge analytics man. I love to see how we can look at data and properly target your art, or properly target your effort so that you can reach or have the most potential from whatever you're doing online. So I'm always looking at the numbers. I'm always looking at, okay, how can I improve this? How can I improve that? So I'm always begging. So when I started, I was like, please just read this thing. So I sent it to all my friends, right? And for the very first time, I didn't overthink it. If I'm being very honest with you, I just picked a color, yellow, black. I picked a name. You guys heard me when how I came up with the name, and boom, I just ran with it. Right now, the truth is that the very first few posts you have will have no view, and that's just the reality of it. But I need you to know today that what you should focus on is consistency. Yes, consistency is the only thing that will keep you going, because the more you post, the more you get better. Now, I'm sure many of you have come in contact with saying that you need about 200 hours sorry 20,000 10,000 10,000 hours to be a master at something. But let me put this to you right now. It only takes 20 hours to go from beginner level to being good at something. 20 hours. And if you are interested in that, I can link the TEDx video that spoke about that. It actually takes you just 20 hours, right, to go from beginner to being a very good, or being able to understand the concept very well. So please, by all means, just know that all you need is consistency. With each post, get better. Like when I started hosting Twitter Spaces, I didn't have a flyer. I didn't even do a flyer at all. I just sent it. In fact, I didn't even tweet about it. Do you understand? In that very first episode, I had just about two listeners, me and my co-host and a few other people. But from the second, the third, the fourth, I saw the number like double. In fact, the last one we had on Thursday, I was starting to become overwhelmed because I cannot handle the like how much people were in the space. See, that's growth. If I had worried about, oh, how can I be perfect as this, I would probably not have even started. So I'm putting it to you out there to you that you don't need like dancing balloons or dancing swans to put yourself out there for the first time. Just send a newsletter, send in fact it can even be as small as posting to your WhatsApp. Because let me be honest to you, this is psychological. Like for me, I started very, very little. I started from Snapchat, right? I needed to build up my consistency. I've really never been consistent at anything I wanted to do before. So I thought to myself, okay, which of these apps is like stimulating enough for me to to start being consistent somewhere? And Snapchat was the answer, because I honestly love sharing a photo and like writing a very small quote on it. And that's why Snapchat came. So what I did was I started to keep strict with very good people who I wanted to actually network with. So every day I'll go to the back of the building at the office, which had a very nice view. I would snap something and write a stoic quote and send it, right? And trust me, I was someone who I've had. There's a particular friend of mine. She's like, you know what, I'm tired of you because you're not consistent with anything. You have these bouts of ideas every single time, and today you're on one thing, the next day you're on another thing. You're never consistent. And actually, that would hit me a lot. And so Snap was a way for me to build up my consistency. And I'm telling you today that someone who could not keep a snap for a week, now I have almost 300 days streaks, right? And every day when I send a streak, is a reminder for me to be consistent at what I'm doing, be consistent at everything I want to do. So, okay, I feel like I have overbeaten the subject matter, but I hope you're getting value from this. I hope you're getting value from this. Okay, now let me.
Hi, Dave. Sorry to just buzz in. I need you to speak up a bit louder so that we can hear you clearly. You're
Okay,
speaking with
apologies.
bedroom voice. Ah,
Oh wow.
please, you're on stage.
Oh, I apologize if you guys can't hear me.
No
But
problem.
but
Thank you.
I hope it wasn't too bad though.
Yeah, but please just speak up because we are
All right.
enjoying what you're saying and
Oh
yeah, we
really?
need to hear it clearly. Yes.
You're flattering me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. So I'm just going to hold this like this because I cannot afford to not let you hear what I'm saying. Okay. So right now, I was about to tell you a very, very deep concept that I read that sort of that helps you put yourself in perspective. Okay. Now I'm going to read something by Steve Jobs. Permit me, please. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectation, all prides, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fade away in the face of death. In the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You're already naked. And this is a quote from Steve Jobs. Sorry, I used Steve Jobs. But when I saw this quote, I was like, this is really, really impactful, and people would actually really enjoy this. All right, so this is a practice I try to do as often as I can. To be honest, the issue of death is something that people dread. But as a Stoic philosopher, Stoicism tells us that we should think about the worst that can happen and prepare for it. Because the truth is that anything that can happen might happen and can happen, right? So this particular practice would help you put yourself in perspective. Picture yourself in your coffin as they start to pour sand on you and bid you farewell, and ask yourself, that fear, that reason not to pursue your dreams, would it be worth it in the end? When you are there looking at yourself, what are the things you wish that you'd have pursued? What are the things you'd have wanted to do? And every day, ask yourself this question while you go out and pursue whatever dream you're pursuing. Thank you. All right. Now, uh, going to the next segment, it's think process, not product. Sorry to sound technical, but you need to start thinking in process. Let me give you, I'm just going to give you a perfect example to sum this up. So while I was learning how to host spaces, I was obviously going through materials. I was engaging with people who were good hosts. I was writing things down from the spaces I was hosting. Right now, What I did was I compiled these things, right? And now I just recently helped a particular colleague host her space. And all I did was share her my Notion page on the things she should do, the steps she should take rather. And I co-hosted with her for the first two space. Her second space was yesterday, and it had over 41 people listening in just on her second space. When I started spacing, my first few spaces had zero people because I knew nobody, right? But I helped us keep that phase because it's something I documented. And I'm telling you that that is something that I'm going to still monetize because I can sell that process and help new people who want to become space hosts to have a very, very smooth sailing. So that's why I said think process and not products, right? A lot of people are just used to seeing the outcome of work. They never see the side of the work you go through to produce the outcome. That was said by Michael Jackson. Okay, now I want to tell you something today. Human beings are interested in other human beings and what other human beings do. People really do not want to see this. Sorry, people do want to see how the sausage gets made, right? People want to know exactly how this process is made, right? People want to follow you. People want to see, especially if you're someone who have value, right? People want to actually know how does this person prepare for this? How does this person actually do this? Like, how do you host spaces? People ask me this a lot, and I never even go far. This is just my I really need to know how much spaces I've held. Anyways, I've not even had that many spaces. But you can see people already asking, David, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you host spaces? How do you find the right people to co-host? All right. So let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you a story that sort of buttresses the point of why you should be showing your process, right? So in 2013, right, the internet fell in love with an astronaut called Chris Hadfield, right? Basically, he was a space. Did I actually forget what they call these people? Anyways, he was someone who explores space. Like he was put on a space station, and what he would do is because they were trying to raise funds, they were trying to reach more people. So what he did was started to make a vlog about how they do maintenance on his spaceship, how he brushes his teeth, how he like works out. I mean, on a norms, I'm not going to watch a random person do that. Well, I mean, people watch extremely popular people do their morning routine. But this was something happening in space. Of course, I would want to watch that. Of course, I would want to watch him brush his teeth in freaking space, right? So I know not all of us here are astronauts, not all of us here have like a very, very, very shiny sort of thing that we could post online. But the truth is, if you look at what you do, there's something that you can put together and post. The truth is that the process is messy. Like if I show you the notes that went into preparing for this particular topic, oh my god, it was messy. It was really, 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 really messy. But somehow, from that mess, I was able to find serenity. I was able to find something beautiful, right? And if you were on my Snap, you could have seen that I was sending snaps, even on my WhatsApp. I was sending snippets. Okay, this is how I'm putting this together. This is what I'm using. This is what I'm using Notion, right? And I have people asking me, "Wow, how do you organize your or everything you do? Like you do a lot. How do you organize this?" And I'm like, "I have a second brain. It's Notion. I can teach you." Do you get? So people want to actually know how these things are done. So you need to start thinking in terms of process and not products. All right. So I hope you guys are I wish I can get feedback because I love feedback. Oh my god! So I don't know if there's any way you can indicate that you're following me and you're finding everything I'm saying particularly impactful. I don't know if there's something you can do. Just either send me a like or leave a comment that I can see, so I know that you guys are following me. All right. So I'm just going to move on to my next section because I don't know why, but I forgot to set my timer. I got so excited, I forgot to set my timer. So I don't know if I'm on track or if I'm not on track. Anyways, moving fast. The next phase we're going to is the mediums and platforms for showing your work. Now, this is something I'm particularly excited with because most people don't really know that you need to do a proper analysis before you jump into any social platform, right? There are so many tools out there. I'm telling you, like it can be overwhelming, especially if you're someone who's not really into this social thing or who is not really into this modern day shenanigans. And I might technically be almost Gen Z, but I just I love to have my peace. I love to not be bombarded by messages from everywhere or from this from everywhere. So I'm going to advise you that if you're starting out, you need to find what platform you can easily sift through. When you have a stand in there, then you can now start spreading out your branch, right? Okay, so now I'm just going to take you through the different kinds of medium that you can use to show your work. Okay, now there are three types of mediums that you could show your work with. You have the social media platforms, you have the email marketing and website platforms, and then you have the advertisements mediums, right? And I'm going to talk briefly on all these things. Guys, I have a lot for you guys. Though. I have a lot for you guys. So number one is Facebook. Now, Facebook is the most popular social media platform in Nigeria with over 27 million users. As a numbers guy, hearing 27 million is mind baffling. Let me tell you something, right? There's a particular sure business method that all you just need to be able to do is having money for ads, having money for Facebook ads. Like starting an e-commerce store where you sell things is particularly easy because if you have enough money to put into Facebook ads, you will see somebody out there that will be interested in what you're trying to in what you're trying to sell. Like we have the whole world of people that are buying every day, that are making transactions every day. I'm sure today alone you've made like two or three transactions. Either you're buying airtime or you're buying something and it's someone that is selling to you. So trust me, don't think that oh anything is oversaturated. Of course, you hardly find anything that is not saturated right now. But trust me, with some particular strategies you can employ, you can enter saturated markets and still thrive in it. Like let me give like an example I told you, right? Shadi, assuming she just decided to go alone and jump into hosting space, she will not have that kind of success she's having. But because I was able to put her through, I basically carried her through all the loopholes I've had to encounter. She had a very smooth sailing, and I'm sure that if she's to teach someone else, she will actually improve on what I've taught or how I've shown her. Anyways, so you have Twitter. Twitter is my most favorite platform. You have LinkedIn, you have YouTube, you have WhatsApp, you have TikTok. See, I see this TikTok thing. Don't worry. Once I launch my proper experiment on that app, everybody is going to be aware of it. Now, TikTok is one of the easiest place to get seen. And if your content is particularly one that will thrive on TikTok, if you are like a content creator or you make visual appealing commodity or artistry, TikTok is the place for you, right? Now, what you need to understand is that you need to properly know and properly do your analysis based on your target audience, based on people you are trying to reach, based on the kind of product you are pushing, right? Before you enter any of the social media apps, right? Perfect. Now we're going to go to the next one, which is email marketing and websites. Wow. Let me tell you something right now. If you're a professional, if you're a consultant, if you're someone who is into anything that has to do with teaching people, who has to do with anything, even if you have a thriving physical store and you don't have a www dot your business name, your personal name.com, then I must tell you that you are doing something extremely wrong, right? As a professional in any of these fields I've just mentioned, you need to have a www dot your business name or your name.com, www.davidachugbe.com, www dot the God's giving consultant.com. Sorry, forgive my naming process. That didn't click well for me. So you need to have that because how can you not have a home on the internet? How can you not have a place where people can meet with you? Just by having a place online, I've been able to share myself, share what I do with so many people that I don't even know. Right? If anybody wants to know anything about me, I have a particular link I just send them where I have my most read article, I have my spaces, everything is there, and they can just click and know about everything I'm about in one click. You need to have that, right? Even if you don't have a www.your.com domain, right? There's something called substack.com. And this is particularly good if you're a writer. For me, I have my newsletter on substack.com. And why I like Substack is that it gives you a custom domain name. So for me, it is atiobidavid.substack.com. You can see everything I've written on my newsletter there, right? And here's where it gets better. You can also host podcasts on Substack. right? Now there's something I'm doing. I call it a space cast. Basically, what a space cast is a Twitter Spaces that is repurposed for a podcast. So what I do is I find people who I want to interview or have a conversation with. The last one I had with 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐄𝐳𝐞, who is the co-founder of LiveLog. LiveLog is a platform that I will talk about in the next point I'm about to make. Now, I had a conversation with him, and that was on Twitter Spaces. And all I had to do was download that audio and then upload it to my Substack, to my Substack podcast account. And it's so easy. Like, you don't even need any stress, and it's something that's perfect for me because I don't have a lot of time to allocate to my side also. As I said, I work a full 8 to 5 job. I wake up as early as 4 a.m. to leave my house just to meet the staff boss, and then and most days I get back home around 9 p.m., around 8:30 p.m. In fact, my Thursday traffic space, I'm literally always in traffic when I have that. That's why it's called Thursday traffic space. So if you're saying that you have excuses holding you from chasing your dream, I'm here telling you that your excuses are not excusing. I think that makes sense. Okay, so the next platform is LiveLog. And what's LiveLog? Because I know most of you guys will not have heard of LiveLog before. Well, it's okay because it just launched a month ago, and I'm particularly excited for the potential that LiveLog brings. I particularly interviewed 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐄𝐳𝐞 twice. He stays in the UAE, and what he does is particularly inspiring to me because I help to one day build businesses. Like ever since I turned on my entrepreneurial brain, I just not have peace of mind until I solve a problem. Like every day I'm like, what problem can I solve? Give me problems. I need problems. But anyways, so LiveLog is a website where you can you can build your home on the internet. Let me explain. With LiveLog, right, you can number one create a profile for yourself. Right, let me tell you something. So EJ was asking me, David, where's your speaker's profile? And me now, this is my first time. Like, please, what is speaker's profile? Oh? I just have Twitter bio, and I do podcast and music, but please, I don't even know what else to put. Right now, LiveLog is a platform that you can set up your profile there. Like literally write anything you want about you. And if anybody's asking, just send them the link to your live log. And that's not all. On that same platform, you can accept funds if you are trying to raise funds for sponsoring your endeavors. Let me give you a particular scenario that this might be good. I have a friend on Twitter. His name is Tech Brother. All right, he has a company called Cybercast, and on Twitter Spaces, he has gotten funds he has gotten people that have invested in his business with over 150K on Twitter Spaces, right? On Twitter Spaces, right? And a platform like LiveLog will give you a link where people can just go and donate for you. Let me also tell you that you can have portfolio. So I met with a friend who what she does is interior decorations. She was asking me, David, I need to show my work. I need people to see what I'm doing. I know I can do it on Instagram, but I need something that I can also show my work and also, ask people to order for me, which will be very, very seamless. And for months, I didn't have a reply to her because personally, I didn't know if such a platform existed. But LiveLog came and changed that. You have 21 ways which you can customize your online place on LiveLog. If you get what I mean, as a consultant, people can book appointments with you. You can collect emails there. Like it's just a place where you can do everything you need without scratching people everywhere. You can almost call it like a link tree. For a link tree now, it will have all the links to all your socials. You can even use live log like that. So if you can put it there and then people click on that, you can see every single thing about you. So trust me, guys, live log is a platform to look forward to. Okay. Now the third place is advertisements. Advertisements. Now, for this particular category of medium, you cannot particularly have a presence there. For social media, you can create a Twitter account so people can come and see your profile. But for the advertisements now, you can only just reach people on this platform. Let me explain what I mean. Now, a very good example of such platform is Nairaland, right? And why am I mentioning Nairaland? I noticed that at my office, right, Nairaland is one of the only websites where people can get news, or like it's the only blog that is accepted on our network, and our network is really 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 tight. We don't even allow YouTube to you can't even access YouTube on our network, right? But Nairaland is accepted because the people actually begged that that's their only source of updates and information. And I didn't even know how influential Nairaland was until I saw the amount of people who were using it at the office. So Nairaland is a good place if you want to like create a campaign on reaching people. Like for me now, who my target audience are probably on Nairaland, I can target articles that that are targeted for people who are working a 9 to 5. Maybe there's an article on how to sit right. I know people who do a 9 to 5 will be reading those articles, and I can run ads on those type of articles. All right. Now, local search queries or blogs. So, for instance, if you have a physical location, maybe you give very good foot or scrub services, and you have a physical location, it would be nice to look for directories online. There are people who have blogs that categorize or put every small business in a location in a place. Like someone can have an article that says, okay, list of all the cake shops in Okota. And if you have a cake shop and you're not on that particular blog, you are sitting on lost profit too. Because trust me, anybody who is a Gen Z, anybody who is particularly a normal human being in this time and age, would actually search cakes in Okota, right? And if you're not on Google My Business, in fact, Google My Business is a place that I encourage every local business to be on. If you're not on Google My Business at this particular day and age, you are staying on a very, very long loss of profits. All right, so I'm going to take a minute now and talk about Twitter Spaces. I don't even know where to start because just in 7 months, I've been able to network and connect with people that I'm not I've been able to connect and network with. Like this particular encounter you're having with me is as a result of me using Twitter Spaces in a very, very good and productive way. Right? As I said, I was listening to a space that EJ was co-hosting, and I just instantaneously connected with her. And I'll tell you right now that whenever you are online and you feel the urge to network with anybody, to reach out to anybody, please don't hold back. Right? You might have a fear of what I'm saying might not make sense. What I'm saying, they might not have anything to go to do about it. But I beseech you, I beseech you, please go ahead, make that connection, send that DM, ask what you want to ask, and trust me, people are willing to help. People are willing and are ready to help you. Right? Now, Twitter Spaces is a great platform to showcase to showcase what you want to people. I'll tell you why Twitter Spaces is particularly good, right? Because people can hear your voice and people can connect to you. When people read an article you wrote, right, they are reading something you wrote, but they are giving their own interpretation of you. But when people can hear you speak, people are actually connecting with you on an emotional level. And I'm sure this is not the first time you've heard this, but human beings are emotional buyers. If you can appeal to the emotions of people, you can sell anything. I'm being honest with you right now. You can fact check me anywhere. If you can sell to the emotions of people, you can sell anything and you can sell anywhere. And Twitter Spaces is an amazing platform, right? And I have friends who are doing this Twitter Spaces thing very, very well. I'll tell you a particular interesting story. Your Taylor is someone that I met via Twitter Spaces, and Taylor is using Twitter Spaces in a very beautiful way. She hosts the most randomest spaces, right? Today she's hosting come in and worship with me. Tomorrow she's literally hosting night videos on Twitter Spaces, right? Tomorrow she's hosting relationship talks. Tomorrow she's hosting um apologies, a call came in. Tomorrow she's hosting shows on medical medical shows and everything. But the thing right now is that she has a unique way of connecting with her audience. And if your tailor sends a tweet out with a cloth that she has made, I'm telling you, she told me that one day she sent out a tweet and that tweet got her two orders, right? And these were people who were in a space, and these people shared her tweets, and she got 51K.
All right, I think there is a network issue. I guess the call came in again, and probably it's an important call, and Dave had to take that call. But while we wait for Dave to be back, this has been a fantastic session. As in, I'm literally taking notes, and I don't know about you. If you're watching this now, or if you're going to watch this replay, please, I implore you, as you watch, as you hear what Dave is sharing, and something is dropping for you, please leave a comment in the comment section for something that jumped at you from what he has said. I mean, he said a lot today. We're talking about. I love the point he raised when he said, "Think process, not product." I really really love how he explained it. Showing your processes, carrying your audience along in the things that you do, teaching what you've learned. Telling people what you know, and that's kind of creating a bond between you and your audience, and that is just so fantastic. I just love all the things he's saying. I love that he's a systems person. I love that he's a systems person. I love that he's analytic. I can see it. He's a numbers person, and it's like, oh, it's exciting even for me. So it's been a fantastic session. I know for sure that I'm going to definitely, this is going to be a long term, relationship, because I'm going to be having Dave come over and over again, because he seems to be somebody who is constantly learning. So that means that he's constantly having something to teach, and that is just beautiful. Those are the kind of people that we want in the energetic tribe. Okay, people who wants to grow together, people who want to collaborate, people who wants to celebrate others and be celebrated themselves. And I love that he did not discount himself. He did not let the fear, like, hey, would she answer me, would she accept, would she say yes? But he came and he asked, and I'm like, okay, let's give it a shot, right? So again, like he said, if you are online and you bump into anyone online, you love the work that they do, you follow them over a period of time, and you kind of like, you just connect with them. Don't be afraid to reach out. But when you are reaching out, reach out with sense. That's all I'm going to say. Don't reach out and like, look at them very well and look at what they are doing and see how you can plug in. So you go in from the angle of, oh, I've seen what you do in this area, in this area. Do you think I can assist in this area, or do you think we can collaborate in this area? It's better that way than having to go to the person and then asking them like, oh, how can you? Sometimes they're like, hello, I'm too busy right now to start thinking how you can come in. So if you want to connect with people online like that, just look at what they're doing and see how you both connect. I think what Dave saw is like, this person talks about audio, talks about voice, talks about podcasting. I'm a podcaster. Okay, I think we have a ground. And it was easier when he came like, oh, I'm also a podcaster like you, and it was easy for us to connect that way. So when you're connecting with people online, ensure that you kind of study what they talk about, their areas of expertise, and see where you fit in the picture, and then appear to them in that regard. But again, it's been an amazing session so far. I love how he's breaking down the medium types of ways. So he's talking about, you coming out of your hiding and then showing up online with your business, with your idea, with your passion, with what you feel like you are being gifted to be a blessing for in this world, right? And talking about social media, I love how he's broken it down. Email marketing and website, I love how he's broken it down. And I checked the life log, so I'm going to have to ask him some questions after his presentation about that. And now he's currently talking about advertising. And I love all the things also mentioned around Google My Business, just having a home online, okay? Whether you have your own domain name or you have a platform that can just help you be online. There are so many of them. You have aboutme.com. You can just even put that one there, even if you cannot get a domain name yet. Just click About Me, create all the things that you want people to know about you, and put it there so that you send that link and people can see, oh, what you are about and all of that. All right. So um David is back now. I'm going to bring him back on stage and he's going to complete, and then we'll have some questions before we go today. So thank you so much for being here. Welcome back, David. What happened to you?
Okay, so the thing is, people were asking for that. The link wasn't working. So one of my friends called me like, "I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get in." I was like, "Oh my
Ah,
goodness,
which
I'm
of the
literally
links?
in the space. Don't call me." The one I sent,
The
the one I
notes.
sent with
The
the
notes.
yes,
Okay, okay.
yes. But
All right.
I think I sent to both of them, and so
Okay.
hopefully they don't call me anymore.
Fantastic. Please go
I
ahead.
thank God I have you. Okay, all right,
Yes.
I'm going to
Yeah, go
finish up.
ahead and then I'll come back for
All right.
questions. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Hi everyone. Sorry, technical issues. But we're back now. We're live. I heard all the feedback she said, and I was thinking, oh my god, I hope what I'm saying is making sense. I hope I'm not just speaking gibberish, but I'm sure. But I'm happy she said everything she said. It just made me feel that okay, I was connecting, and people were listening to me. So thank you so much for everyone who is engaging. All right. So I just finished talking about Twitter Spaces. Oh my goodness, I'm talking about Twitter Spaces, but I think I was offline. Okay, so I think I said that I will be giving 2 free slots. I don't know if I can do this. I didn't check with EJ first, but I'll be giving 2 free slots to anyone who wants to launch their first Twitter Spaces. It doesn't have to be anything serious. The last person I helped, she wanted to launch the Spacecast, which is a podcast, which is a Twitter Spaces, which is repurposed. Your own might just because you just want to host a space. So I'm going to be giving 2 free slots. I'm going to send you documents you need on Notion. They are step by step guides. Like you can easily follow this and have these spaces. And I'll particularly co-host with you, invite all my network so they can come and shout you out. And you'd have a blast. I'm telling you, you'd have a blast. Okay, so I was just basically just running up on Twitter Spaces. Twitter Spaces is a place that can transform you in the shortest amount of time. In the shortest amount of time. Because people are meeting with you directly. People are meeting with you directly. They are hearing you speak. And if you particularly have value, if you particularly have something important you are sharing, I promise you, you are going to be a person of value. You are going to be a person of interest.
Yeah. Hi, Dave. I
Okay?
think check that your mic is connected. Check that your mouthpiece is connected. Is it?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can, but it's not looking like it's not sounding like it's connected. So maybe check that it's really plugged in. Aha.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, let's go.
Oh my goodness. So should I recap or I okay. She left me.
Yes, please recap what you said before. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I will.
The recap
Okay.
the Twitter spaces thing. Yes, yes.
All right, thank you so much. I'm glad you can hear me now. Okay, so just a recap on that. I said I was giving 2 free slots to I don't know if I can do this, but to a member or 2 members of the Energy Kick tribe, where I would help you launch your Twitter Spaces, whatever kind of Twitter Spaces you want to host. I would help you. I'll provide you with all the documents that I've used to help people who want to host their Twitter Spaces. And yes, I said Twitter Spaces can be an avenue where you can connect with people who particularly be interested in your business or interested in your growth. And Twitter Spaces is an amazing place. And on a later date, I would probably have another masterclass where I'll properly dissect Twitter Spaces because trust me, people are doing doings on Twitter Spaces. Right? I don't know if you guys heard this, but I said a friend of mine got over 150K in funding for his business on Twitter Spaces, and he got several volunteers on a Twitter Space. So yes, please for Twitter Spaces. All right. So there's a marketing concept I want to quickly chip in. Right. There are people who will be marketing inclined. There are people who will not be marketing inclined. But I feel if you sell anything online or if you want to build an audience online, there's something you need to understand. It is called the funnel model. It is called the funnel model, right? So basically, I want you to imagine that you are sticking the big end of a funnel into social apps like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and at the other end, you have your WhatsApp, right? So people are falling in. People who are interested in your stuff consider the funnel as the thing you are trying to push out there, right? So you're basically ramming sorry, I don't know about that. You're ramming a funnel up these apps and then you are getting leads, you are getting people who are interested and you are bringing them to a particular platform, right? You must have a platform where you bring people so you can engage with them because as I said, People are emotional buyers. Most of the time, they need to communicate with your business before they make a final sale, right? That's why Twitter Spaces is an amazing place, because you can be speaking to a million people at the same time, and people, as you are speaking, they are buying, they are registering for your consulting course, they are downloading your free product, and they are dropping their email address. Do you understand? There are people who have launched their online course on Twitter Spaces, and they had 100 and something leads one night. I'm telling you, Twitter Spaces is gang, or is like another level. Like, in fact, social audio is something that you need to try. In fact, so anyways, so that's just basically what the funnel model is. You need to know that whatever ads you are putting out there, wherever places you are getting your audience from, you are bringing them in so that they have an experience with you. Like the process of someone following you from Twitter all the way into your DMs. You should create a nice experience for them, right? They click on the link in your profile, they see what they want, they can interact with your stuff. If they need something, it's there, they can click on it and they can access you, right? And even that access, you need to be able to automate it. But don't worry, see, honestly, don't even worry about this complex thing. But just know that you need to be finding people from this larger place, and you need to be funneling them or bringing them somewhere. That's if you're like if you have a business, that basic concept in your head would help you go further when you're trying to create a campaign. All right, so what to consider when you're choosing a platform? This is very important. So many people just jump into a platform and they don't even know if there's a better one they can jump into, right? Just because Instagram has the most platform for visually appealing content doesn't mean you should jump your business into Instagram. So I'm going to run through 7 things you need to consider when you are choosing a platform. First of all, your target audience. Where are the people that would patronize you? Where are they hanging out? Right? The features. The second one is the platform features. What features are on this platform that can benefit the kind of business I'm doing? Like, if you want to run your ads on Instagram, can you create a buy now button? Maybe if you are selling e-commerce for Facebook, there's something you can do where people can actually buy directly from the ad you are doing. So does that platform have that feature for you? Is this something that is a deal breaker for you? Number three, brand identity. Where can you properly brand yourself, right? Which particular platform fits your aesthetics the most, right? Competition. What is the level of competition in that platform, right? Analytics and insight. What platform will give you the most insight? Like, for instance, now when you're choosing a platform for your email marketing, now which platform would you need for the kind of data you're looking for? For instance, now if you are choosing to run a particular type of ad, you are best to use converter kits than Substack. But if you want a newsletter that also repurposes your content into a blog post, then you use Substack. And if you also want to add social audio, then obviously you use Substack instead of converter kits, right? Now, time and resources. Which platform would you put your time and your resources that will give you the least amount of return? Number seven, industry and niche. See, don't worry. I know I'm saying a lot of things, but I have prepared a document for you. See, me, I don't like people to go through stress when they are under my tutelage, right? Everything has been prepared for you, and you can get access to it. Now, overall, the choice of your social media platform will depend on a specific target audience and the marketing goal of your brand and business, right? Now, this is the final part, and I'm going to breeze through it. Now, this final part is called sharing your business with confidence and personal branding. Let me tell you something. This is the first time I'm having a live session, right? I am freaking out. I am shaking, right? But I'm still approaching it with confidence. Do you understand? I'm approaching it with maximum confidence. You need to be able to share your business that way. You need to be able to show yourself to the world that way, right? Even if you're talking about complete crap, be confident about it. And I'm telling you that confidence will take you a long way, because for you to even have confidence, it means you know what you're talking about. And when you know what you're talking about, people will definitely want to listen to you talk. All right. So how do I go about showing my work with confidence? I'm glad you asked that question. Now I need to know something. The internet does not forgive. Just because I'm saying you should show your work with the least amount of inertia, or with the least amount of like force, does not mean you should just post rubbish on the internet. Right? Post the most aesthetically appealing content, right? Without breaking the bank or going overboard when you're starting out. Right? For me, I can post my setup, my screens, I can post everything, right? And be like, okay, if you want to see where I got this from, if you want to see where I got that from, I'm showing my work. I'm also making it aesthetically appealing, right? When I write, I don't just like write rubbish and post. Even though sometimes on Twitter I cannot spell check what I'm, because I'm prone to spelling errors. That's actually a fear I had when I was putting myself out there, because I know I'm always in a hurry to write. So most of the time I don't always read through, or I don't really check my work, and it ends up having so many spelling errors. So that was one thing I had to, kind of curb myself, or kind of make sure that in my head I'm telling myself always cross check. But most of the time, when you're putting things out there, make sure you are doing the barest minimum that will make your post presentable. If you are putting a photo on Instagram, use a very nice background. Make sure that the picture itself is good. It does not have to be mad like 100% quality, but at least make sure that it is at least 70%.
Okay, so I think there's another call. There's another call for David. David seemed to have a lot of fans, which is good. So I know he's been sharing a lot, like, honestly. If you're here and you're not even typing anything, like, is it that nothing is dropping for you? Is it that you're not getting anything from what he's saying? Because again, this guy is dropping nice gems, right? So please type in the comments if you're here, if you can hear him, if you've gotten anything at all. Please type in the comment, let us know. This is how you also like give him feedback that okay, what he's done, like he's at least he's put in the work, to appreciate the work that he's put in. You heard him say that he went to and he prepared a note and he shared the notes with us. So if you are in the energetic tribe, you're going to get a link to the notes, right? So that you can go through the notes later on, or in fact maybe if you're watching the replay of this, you'll be able to go through the notes to follow through with what he was saying. And so if you're watching this later on, probably you're watching as a replay and you're not yet a member of the tribe, please feel free to join. I'm going to leave the link to the tribe in the description of this video once we're done with this live session, right? I'm going to leave it in the description of this video. So please join us, be a part of the family, right? In this family, what we want to do is actually help each other grow, is support each other on our journeys. And like you saw you see, you can see, you see, so have you seen? You can see what David is currently doing. It's his first time being on a live session like this on visuals, and he's not doing bad at all. Yes, he said he's freaking out, but if he didn't say that, you cannot know that he's freaking out. But actually, he's doing well with his presentation. He's making a lot of sense. In case you're not listening, please watch this replay. Take your notes when you're watching it so that you can write down things, because this guy has dropped a lot of nuggets here today. So I really do hope that you're going to take advantage of this. Of course, again, he has given us 2 slots to help 2 people launch their Twitter spaces. I am going to put the criteria in place for those 2 people, because I need it to be 2 people who are invested in the community. All right, we're not just going to throw that opportunity out to anyone. But thank you, David, for putting that out. We appreciate you. So David is back. He's going to continue his session. We're going to have Q&As and then we'll take it off from there. Welcome back, David. You seem to have a lot of fun. Yeah?
Sorry.
Fun.
Honestly, I'm honestly intrigued. Like the last call that came in, another complaint that she can't hear. So I think what I'm going to try and do is share the because I saw that someone posted the streaming link to the platform. Can I just share that instead?
Yes.
Because that's another call. That's another call.
Oh yes,
This one from
please
someone
do.
else
Please do
was.
share that. Yeah, you can.
And it's coming in on WhatsApp, so I can't even block it. Like my phone is blocked. I'm on Wi-Fi, but I can't block WhatsApp.
Yeah,
So the calls
because
keep coming
you're
in.
using the same phone, no problem at all. I think
Yes.
your
So I
mic
really
has disconnected again like before, so try and check it.
okay.
Yeah.
Are we good to go? Good to
Yes, we're good
go.
to go. Fantastic.
All right. So I won't take up much of your time. I'm just going to peruse through it and yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. It's so nice to be here. Okay, so now let me just brush through everything I have quickly. So now I'm going to be talking about the so what test, right? I'm going to take that again. It is called the so what test, right? Basically, before you post anything on the internet, right, be it you are trying to share your work or you're trying to share anything, ask yourself, would I be comfortable if my mom sees this? Will I be comfortable? If my dad sees this, would I be comfortable? If people who I hold to a high regard see this? Now that people usually say, "Oh, I don't really care what anybody says about what I post is my life and all." I'm not arguing that. I'm not disputing that. But you need to understand that depend on the kind of face you are showing to the internet, you need to be wary of what you post. Like for instance, me, I hope to be a prolific speaker in the future. I hope to go to big events and speak. So obviously, my Twitter is somewhere I hold to high regards. Don't get me wrong. I realized that if you want to get people on Twitter Spaces, you need to socialize, right? You need to bring up important things in a social. In fact, that's a skill I will need to teach. Because for you to go to Twitter Spaces and get people who are interested in what you say, it requires a particular skill. Believe you, there is a particular space I took up the mic and I introduced myself and I said something and they removed me out of the space because they were like, I beg, you see the topic. Why did you come to this space and introduce yourself without having anything to say? And then I had to come back to the space, listen to them, type an apology message. Then the host sent me the mic. I told everyone what I was doing, that okay, well, I'm a space host and this is just me introducing myself and networking. And they're like, no problem. That next time, Chibi, I don't see the space link. I make I know the jam talk, that kind of thing. But there are spaces where they will encourage you to come up and speak. Do you get? But trust me, in that space that I was removed, I got quite a number of followers from that space after speaking, and even the host of that show followed me. And she usually have these meditation spaces, and in fact, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to connect with her. So after that, we went on some networking calls, and I shared some insights with her on how to like properly host a breathwork space like that people would come in. So whatever you are posting, always remember that the internet is a public place. Anything you post on the internet, you're basically saying, this is me, oh, this is what I'm saying. The internet doesn't delete, the internet never forgets. Let us know that. So whatever you're sharing on the internet, you need to make sure that it is providing value. In fact, this is a way of looking at it. This is a mental model. What I am sharing, will it produce value? If yes, proceed. If no, you can either stop or continue. Like sometimes when you're skeptical on posting some things, just there's something called the draft button. You don't have to post whatever you're thinking right away. Use the draft button. There are a few things I don't talk about on Twitter based on the kind of account I'm building, based on the kind of audience I'm trying to build. Right. I don't talk about a few things that are highly controversial. Twitter is a place where you can trigger people a lot. So when you are building the kind of account I'm building, you are best to stay off some certain topics. Even if they drag you from talking about it, you should still remain silent because you have a goal. You have a particular thing you're chasing on that platform. Don't get me wrong, as I said, I go into to spaces where they just call it vibes and chill because those are the spaces where you meet intellectual people. People usually come to social media to cool off things. Does not mean that you cannot have or form a great connection with them. All right, so the final thing I'm going to talk about today is something called the ascending transactional model. David, you have come again. Don't worry, guys. As I said, this document is already ready for you. Now, basically, the ascending transactional model, which is called the ATM, is a model that you can use to build a product. Right? This is something that Daniel Priestley, who is the publisher of the book Entrepreneur. Okay, I've forgotten the other part of the book, but the book is about entrepreneurship, and basically it gives us a model by which we can launch a product or launch our services to people. Now it says that in the ascending transaction model, there are three type of products that your business should have. Number one is called the gift, right? The gift. Number two is called the product for prospects, right? Number three is called the core offering, right? And number four is called the products for clients. Apologies, I said three, but it's actually four. Right now, what are gifts? Gifts are free products that you give to the world, expecting nothing in return. Right? These are things that you need to genuinely give out. Right? And this is the first encounter that people will have with your brand. Let me give you a particular example. This particular content, or I'm speaking here to you, is actually part of a paid course that I'm preparing. Right? That one goes into so much in-depth analysis. It gives you the different type of businesses and how you can like launch them on and which platform you would thrive on the most based on your beginnings. And that is something I'm preparing. But this is the very first contact that you're having with me, and the particular thing I want to teach you. So this is me freely giving. This is me talking to people to make sure that people understand, and people can even understand that, okay, even with this small knowledge, this you can start off with this, right? Number two is called product for prospects, right? This particular kind of product, you are giving something out for something in return. Let me give you a particular example, right? I would give out for instance, now I can give out my guide to hosting Twitter Spaces, but I would require you to give me your email address, right? Before I give it to you. Now I'm still giving things for free, but this time I'm gathering prospects. The fact that you want my free ebook means that you see potential in what I'm teaching, right? And as I said, people are emotional bias. People more often will not just jump from spending zero amount to like 1 million on your business. No, they need to interact with your business. So Daniel Priestley said that if you can create these particular things for your business, you would be able to move people. You know that funny thing I told you, you'll be able to move them, right, and finally monetize. Right. Okay. So the next one is core offering. This is the meat of your business. This is what you're offering, right? So I think for Apple, their core offering is the iPhones, right? Now, product for clients. Now, this is the last stage, right? This is where you create a product for your existing clients. Now, let me give you a particular example. Now, I'm sorry, I'm using the Apple business model as an example. All right. Now, Apple's products for clients is the cloud service. Every month I pay 300 naira to have an extra storage. Every month I pay for Apple Music. Every month, what else do I pay for? So, anyways, this is an example of product for clients, right? The core offering is your iPhone. But then when you buy the iPhone, you pay for other services, right? Now, as a business, if you want to ensure that you properly create a product that will monetize your business, you need to have these different products for your business. You need to have the gifts where you give freely. Like, I'm not getting any leads from here. I'm not getting anything. I'm just here sharing what I've learned, right? The next step is product for clients. I can decide to sell my sorry, not sell. I can decide to give my guide to Twitter Spaces for free so that I can collect email address of people who are showing interest. And then my core offering will be me mentoring you or helping you um, launch your product. That can be my core offering, which is something I'm even still giving for free, just to see feedback. So trust me, when you put yourself out there, there's so many ways you can monetize it. I still keep telling people till tomorrow that nobody says that you cannot derive fun from what you do. I genuinely enjoy speaking. I genuinely enjoy like giving people value. And who says I can't monetize this? Of course I can. So anyways, we've come to the end. God, I'm sweating profusely. We've come to the end of my presentation, and I hope this has been really, really impactful. And so, just in conclusion, this is a very short guide that is supposed to take you from being a beginner to helping you show yourself out there, to helping you put your business out there so people can interact with your business, people can interact with you, and you can change your life. Trust me, I still am happy on the day 7 months ago where I decided to put myself out there. I've met with amazing people, which I'm glad that I've met. And this particular meeting is as a result of me putting myself out there. So I'm asking you today, why or what is stopping you from putting yourself out there? Thank you so much. My name is Dave, the Growth Project, and I've come to the end of my presentation.
Wow. You're free. Carry the fan and blow yourself because you deserve
Thank you.
it. I
Thank
feel
you so
like
much.
fanning you.
I'm sorry. Like, I was thinking Nepa would like really want to, what's the word, grace my presentation, but well, I mean, what can I say? I can't complain.
Awesome. Awesome session, Dave. Like, honestly, oh, you won my heart. I wouldn't lie. Well done for the work that you put into this presentation. Well done for taking the time to really prepare for this. Well done for giving us the notes as well, and also for the offer you've made to take two people on the journey of kickstarting their Twitter spaces. I'm going to give criteria for that so that we get two people who are really serious, who are ready to put themselves out there, to take up this opportunity, because I don't want it to just go to anybody who will not do anything with it, and then they will just waste our slot. No, 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 no. So I'm going to put something up for people to fight for it. I want people that need it to fight for it, right? So thank you so much. Wow. What do you do from your 9 to 5?
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I work in the pension industry.
In
So
what?
yeah, I work in the pension
Pension.
industry. Yes, in the pension
Pension.
industry.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's
exactly, that's
interesting.
what I do for my day job. It's in the financial
Oh,
sector, and you know how demanding that sector is.
yeah. So did you study finances? Like, did you? Are you in like?
No, I studied biology and education,
Wow.
but I guess where the hustle pushes you, you go to.
Wow, that's amazing. So
Exactly.
you have gone round, and now
I'm
you have
telling
that
you,
from biology. Now you're in pension, and now you're in the online space.
I
Fantastic.
am.
So
I am.
it
Thank you so
actually
much.
also tells, it kind of shows in the way that your depth and everything. How did you come about being very analytical, like the analytic parts, the numbers and things like that?
Well, don't be confused by me saying I like analytics. I'm terrible with numbers, right? I was even talking to my therapist the other day, and she thinks I might be a little dyslexic because numbers tend
I,
to
I
gobble up in my head,
I even
right?
I noticed, I think it came to mind when you talked about spellings. That
Exactly.
you're too
Yes.
type, you type fast. I'm like, no, it might not be typing, it might just be dyslexic thing. Okay. But again, that's kind of shows in the brilliance. Dyslexic people are very brilliant. They
Oh,
might
thank you.
not get it right with their words and things like that. They might miss their words, they might miss their timings, they might miss their self-awareness sometimes, because I have a couple of friends, even family members who are dyslexic, but they are very brilliant, and it shows. So wow, okay, that's quite interesting. But I mean, even with that, you still kind of, I love the way that I love your thought process, and the way that
Thank
you
you.
actually, when you talked about process, it actually shows in the way that you show up that you're a process person,
Oh,
which is
really?
very
Thank you.
very which is very very attractive. And thank you for not keeping quiet. Thank you for not being shy. Thank you for coming out to say, you know what, I think I would, when I dared you, like, would you like to teach on it? You're like, yes, let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You threw that one at me. I was like, okay, okay.
I love it. I love it. So for me, this is like fulfilling, right?
Yeah.
For me to be able to say, okay, I'm here to support anyone who really wants to put themselves out there. They are not sure, like you're afraid and everything, but there's just that opportunity to get to have somebody there to give you a soft landing, and then you do this, and now you are here on a live session, first time ever, but now
First
you
time
cannot
ever.
say it's your first time again. You're
Ah,
now
I
like,
know, right?
bro, you know what I'm saying?
I can still say, oh, this is my second one, because like,
Yeah, right. But at least right now you know that, okay, it's not that bad, it's not
yeah,
that different from your Twitter spaces that you've
yeah,
already mastered. And now you know, okay, the only thing, so how can I do, maybe if you watch the replay, you're like, okay, I need to speak out louder, I need to
okay,
get a better microphone, or
of
okay,
course, yeah.
my
To do
background is not
list.
bad. The background is not bad, the picture is clear and everything, so you find, you're good to go. And I'm really really impressed by your presentation
Thank you.
today. And I know I'll definitely want you in the community to keep on doing what you're doing in the community, to
Of
be a
course,
part,
of course.
to be one of the core members of the community, to keep spreading your love, your value, and then spreading your network as well. I really look forward to being that connecting factor, connecting channel with
Thank you.
my people, and the people of the world, of different parts of the world that exist. Now you talked about a particular platform. When you mentioned it, like, hey, I have to connect. I want to meet that person since we are in the UAE
Yeah.
together.
Oh, oh my
So
God.
tell
Alicia
us.
would be very nice. Would be very happy to talk to you. He talks to
Absolutely.
creators. Yeah, he talks to creators a week in, week out, asking them how they are using the platform, asking them how to get better. In fact, I would really love it if you listen to my interview with him, which is actually, I sent it to you
I
today.
did. I was listening. It was low too. Yeah, we need to
You
work on
want,
this your audio.
oh, I will, I will. I will. I'll
I
actually,
was I was struggling to listen to it. It was really, yeah, but I kind of, yeah, I think I like. the way that he also sounded, but I didn't finish listening to it before it was time for this. So I'm going to so when you were speaking, I typed the life log online, but it doesn't seem like it's a website. It feels like it's an app. Can you clarify that?
Yeah, it's actually a website. It's a website. It's a website. It's a website.
Really?
If you but it has the feel. Like once you're there, like it gives you this feel that you're on a website, you're on an app, but it's a very, very nicely
Is it
built
a
website.
.com app?
Um no, yes, it's a dot com. Exactly,
Really?
lifelog.com. Yes,
Live.com?
yes,
Ah,
exactly.
okay.
Yes. Did you click the link in my in the link in the notes I sent? Did it take you there? I'm trying
I
to.
opened the link you sent, but let me see. That was under.
Oh, okay. I
Mm,
see. No problem. I'm
let
going
me
to
just.
share it. I'm going to share it.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't get the link right. I can do that sometimes.
Okay, fantastic. So yeah, let's do that, and let's look into that and see how it sounded very interesting. Like a platform where people can. So for those who are unable, is it free for now? Is it still free? I think Guesses
Well,
is
live
it a free
log is free.
platform?
Yes, live log is free for life. The only thing is when you make a sale, just like any other platform, they take a particular percentage from it. But it is the barest minimum. As a
Okay,
new
so
as
so they host like courses and things as well, products and
yes, you
services.
exactly. You can host your course there. People can pay for your course directly there. So you can collect money from the sites. You can collect emails. You can collect leads. In fact, you can just put all your social profile there. They don't charge you anything. The only time they charge you is when someone buys something that you
They
put
make
up for
money from
sale
it.
there.
Yeah,
Then that's how that's how the company makes money.
they
So it's
maintain as
understandable.
well.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's really fantastic. That is awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for
Okay.
really breaking this down. This was really, I mean, it was amazing, honestly. I hope that we'll have you another time soon
Of
to come
course.
and
Of
teach
course.
us
This is my
something
home.
else, especially like taking sessions that are specific. Like for example, newsletters. You've been able to find your way around newsletters, so you can take people how from setting it up
Oh,
to
okay.
all of those things, right? We are probably going to make it a paid session so that people who are serious are the ones that will come for it and really
Okay.
attend the classes and all of that. But we'll make that happen. But thank you. Honestly, Dave, you did good. If I'm going to score you, I'll score you an 85 over 100. You did good.
Ah, that's
Actually,
generous. Thank
90.
you
I
so much.
give you 90.
Are you serious? You're going to make me. You just made my week, my entire week. My
Honestly,
very first live
honestly.
session. I'm getting a 90%. So
No,
everybody will
honestly.
hear this.
Hear it, please. Take my word for it. Take it. Record
Thank
the
you so
screenshot
much.
and tell everybody that I said it. You did well. You
Thank
did
you so
well.
much.
I
Thank you
got
so much.
value, and I'm sure that anyone who's going to watch this later on, who's going to watch the replay, will get value too. So please, if you're watching the replays, just drop something, drop a comment in the comment section. This is how you can say thank you to Dave for sharing the knowledge that he has shared. And again, it is you sowing a seed into your own future, because the reason you're here and you're listening to this is because you want to put yourself out there as a business person, as a brand, as a career person, or maybe as just a funny person. I don't know, whatever your plans are.
Of course,
But
yes.
then is to know that as you share, you want people to engage, you want people to give you feedback. So when you think about that, you to be that to somebody else. And that's one thing that I really want to be as a core in this community. The fact that you remember that there's a thing as seed time and harvest time. So everything that you're doing, know that it's seed and it's going to come back to you. And just like David said, like if you want to put out any content, think about it, because the internet does not forget. Think about it. Would you be proud of it? Would you be happy if somebody randomly sees it? Would you be happy if you're a worker, if your boss checks out your page and see what you do online? Would you be proud? Like nothing, no strings attached. We're not afraid or anything. So again, it's the same thing here. If you're getting value from someone, it's the least that you can do to engage with what they're saying, to engage and give them feedback on the value that they've delivered. Did it make sense for you? Do you have questions? You can even ask questions in the comment section. Okay, ask questions in the comment section, and I'm going to ensure that David is also checking it out, so that if there are any questions that needs to be answered by him, he can always answer it on the platform. All right. So thank you for being here today. It was, I mean, it's been a beautiful time out here. Our first community outing, and it was great. So if you're watching this, you're probably watching it on YouTube. It's fantastic that you're doing this now. But if you want to be a member of the community, if you want to be a member of the tribe, please click on the link that is attached to the description of this live session, which is going to be a replay for you right now if you're watching it later on. And click to be a part of the energetic tribe. In the energetic tribe, we just want to do life energetically, vibrantly, without fear. And our core, pillars is collaborating, celebrating each other, collaborating, and creativity, right? So we're creative. We're creative people. We want to show our creativity out there in the world, as well as we want to collaborate with one another. This that you see right now is a collaboration between myself and Dave, and it's not going to be the last. All right, it's not going to be the last one. There will be more collaborations. There will be bigger collaborations, and then we're celebrating each other as we even do this together. So those are the three pillars of the energetic tribe: collaboration, celebration, and creativity. So if you want to be a part of that, then click the link that is attached to the description of this video and join the community. We would love to have you, and it's a place for you to also showcase your knowledge. So don't be shy, don't be a stranger. Come, let us together grow and distribute positivity into the atmosphere and the world at large. Thank you one more time for being here. Thank you, David, for sharing today. God
Thank you
bless
so
you.
much.
Yes. So
Yes,
please, Dave, always come back here on this video to check the comment section in case there are any questions that they're asking
of course.
specifically. You can just come and respond to it and follow up with people. All right,
Thank you so
that will
much.
be the end of it, Jay. Until we come your way again with another session from the Energetic Tribe. This is the Energetic EJ and David signing out.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.